Hello everyone, this is Meenakshi Birari working as a assistant professor in chemistry at Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samaj, Nasik. In previous lecture we have studied the manufacturing of raw sugar from sugarcane. When the sugar is initially extracted from the plants, it has a golden color because of the non-sugar materials attached to and within the sugar crystals. This golden sugar is then purified where these plant fibers and molasses are removed, extracting the sugar molecules from the non-sugar materials and restoring the sugar crystals to their natural white color. So, in the process of refining, the raw sugar is converted to white sugar by removing the impurities. In today's lecture, I am going to explain the sugar refining process. So, what is the raw sugar? Raw sugar, as the name applied, the sugar crystals obtained from the juice of sugarcane or sugar beet plants. Now, what is the need of refining of sugar? Why refining of raw sugar is required? Cane sugar refining is the production of high quality sugars from remelted raw cane sugars. Refining the sugar crystals give a higher purity than raw sugar. Cane sugar refining is the production of high quality sugars from remelted raw cane sugars. Refining starts with washing the sugar with warm, almost saturated syrup, followed by separation of the crystals from the syrup in a centrifuge and a washing step with hot water. The washed raw sugar is then melted. So, there are number of steps involved in the refining of raw sugar. In short, what is the importance of sugar refining? That is to remove the impurities, to remove color, to remove non-sucrose substances and to increase the consumer acceptability. Sucrose is purified from raw sugar to the refined sugar by following number of steps. So here we observe the raw sugar, it is brown in color. So to remove the impurities, to remove the color, refining is important. So what is the difference between raw and refined sugar? Raw sugar is obtained directly from sugarcane juice without refining. Raw sugar is most natural sugar and it is having brown color due to molasses, whereas the refined sugar have white luster and it is transparent in nature. It is bleached to remove the color and also to remove other impurities. So here we can compare raw sugar and refined sugar. Sucrose is purified from raw sugar by considering the number of steps. So what are the steps involved? That is affination, melting, carbonation, filtration, charring, vacuum pans, centrifugal machines, drying, packaging. The process of refining is shown in schematic form in this figure. So here the number of steps involved like affination, melting, clarification, decolorization, evaporation, crystallization, curing. Then the last step is drying and packaging. After that we get the refined sugar which is having white color. Here the raw sugar having brown color. So the sucrose is purified from raw sugar that is having 97.5% sucrose by considering the 4 or many steps into refined sugar, that is white sugar. So first step is affination, in which dissolving of some surface impurities will be carried out. Then carbonation, there will be the removal of impurities that precipitate from the solution with calcium carbonate. Also the char filtration, here removal of the impurities with the activated charcoal, activated carbon. Crystallization, where the crystals are obtained using a vacuum process, that is sea salt recovery can be carried out in that process, crystallization. So number of steps involved for the conversion of raw sugar into refined sugar. So we will discuss all these steps in detail one by one. Here is the flow sheet for refining process. First of all, the raw sugar, it is subjected to the first step, that is affination, which is also called as a refining. This process consists of mixing of sugar with a saturated syrup to soften the adhering film of molasses, then spinning and washing off as much of this adhering impure syrup as possible in centrifuge machines. Here the impurities, surface impurities can be removed. Then there is the formation of affination liquor. It moves towards the next process, next step, that is clarification. After that there is the clarified liquor. Clarification, it is the purification process. The clarified liquor again subjected to the next step, that is decolorization. In this, further impurities can be removed with activated carbon, activated charcoal. Then we obtain fine liquor. After that, evaporation. If the moisture is present, some amount of water is there, it can be removed by that process called as a concentration or evaporation. Then fine syrup obtained, and this fine syrup is processed through the next step, that is crystallization, formation of white crystals of the sugar. The remaining refined syrup is again subjected to the next step, that is recovery. There may be the byproduct, that is molasses, and after that the process is completed and raw sugar is converted to white sugar. So first step, that is affination. It refers to the decolorization of light brown raw sugar to produce pure white sugar, that is nothing but refining process. So first step in the refining, that is affination. In affination, the raw brown sugar is mixed with heavy mother liquor of 60 to 80 degrees Celsius. The mixing is done in special vessel called mingler provided with a stirrer. This helps to remove molasses film and colored impurity around the sugar crystals. The coating of impurities is removed and very little of sucrose goes into mother liquor. The mixture is centrifuged to separate the crystals from the mother liquor. Crystals are washed with hot water. Washed sugar are melted in water to a density of 55 to 60 brix. Potable water, steam, condensate are used for melting. The vessels used for melting is called melter. This syrup is sent for defecation. So the first step is called affination or refining. The process consists of mixing of sugar with a saturated syrup to soften the adhering film of molasses, then spinning and washing off as much of this adhering impure syrup as possible in centrifugal machines. The impure syrup is recycled but an excess is produced, and this material contains recoverable sugar and is processed separately in the boil out section of the refinery. Recovered boil out sugars are returned for remelting with the washed sugar. The impurities are concentrated into molasses, which can be regarded as a final byproduct. Then the washed or affined sugar is then dissolved utilizing sweet water from parts of the refinery process. At this stage, the melted liquor is screened to exclude fibrous material. So that is the important step in the refining, that is affination. Affination or refining, in that the mix with raw syrup from a previous batch to soften the adhering molasses, and that results that the liquid or that liquor called as a magma, and the impure sugar is recycled and that material contains recoverable sugar. It is processed separately in the boiler section of the refinery. The washed or refined sugar is then dissolved utilizing sweet water from the parts of the refinery process. The next important step, that is melting. The sugar from affination and recovery is stirred and dissolved into hot water to the correct concentration, whilst strainers and brushes removes the foreign objects. So that is the second step, melting. The affinated sugar dissolved with hot condensate to concentration of 72 brix, and it is melted at 85 degrees Celsius in batch or in continuous melter. Then the next step, that is clarification or purification of juice. So what is clarification? The extracted cane juice is pH tested and adjusted with lime before it is heated and sent to large clarifying tanks. These tanks allow for the settling of solids to the bottom, leaving only clear juice to continue through the process. So the purification or clarification can be carried out by different processes, that may be mechanical processes or chemical processes. Mechanical processes, in that there should be the pH adjustment, whereas in chemical processes there may be frothing, clarifier, carbonation or sulfitation. So the clarification or purification, it will be carried out by mechanical or chemical processes. When we observe the different process of clarification, that is frothing, clarifier, carbonation system and sulfitation. So in the frothing clarification, it adds lime and removes the tricalcium phosphate impurities as entrapped bubbles, whereas in carbonation system it adds CO2 from flue gas and removes the excess lime as calcium carbonate. In sulfitation, it adds sulfur dioxide and removes excess lime as calcium sulfate. Already in previous lecture we have studied the comparison between carbonation and sulfitation process. Now the next step, that is defecation. Here the sugar solution, at this stage some insoluble impurities are clarification during raw sugar manufacture. They are removed by defecation. Liming, sulfitation and carbonation can be used. Liming is nothing but the simplest chemical treatment, where the milk of lime that should be added. The syrup is limed to a neutral pH and then heated by steam. A flocculant precipitate is formed which carries the suspended impurities and collides with it. Added the slurry of diatomaceous earth greatly enhances the process of defecation. The treated liquor is filtered through a filter press. Then the next step, that is carbonation. So here the solution is treated with milk of lime and carbon dioxide is bubbled through it, causing the chalk to precipitate, removing further impurities. In carbonation, milk of lime, that is calcium hydroxide, is added to the heated liquor and boiler flue gas containing CO2 is bubbled through the mixture. So what is the chemical reaction which occurs under the control condition? That is calcium hydroxide CaOH twice plus CO2 gives calcium carbonate plus H2O, that is CaCO3 plus H2O. As the calcium carbonate precipitate is formed, it includes and occludes organic impurities such as the gums, amino acids and color components, removing them from the sugar syrup. The carbonation process is carried out in two stages to obtain an optimum quality precipitate for filtration. About 80 to 90% of precipitate is sought in the first stage. The second stage is controlled by the measurement of the pH of the solution and ensures complete precipitation of the lime. When we consider the important step, that is pH control, below pH 7, sucrose is hydrolyzed to the reducing sugars occurs and colored components are formed. The next step after the carbonation, that is filtration, which are then filtered off, the resulting brown liquor being sparkling, bright and pale yellowish brown in color. So the calcium carbonate precipitate including impurities is now removed in a pressure filtration stage using polypropylene filter cloth as a filter aid. The filter mud is later subjected to water washing to remove sucrose residue, and this mud is waste material. Sweet sugar recovered by washing the mud is used for melting in an earlier stage. Already I have explained that stage, that is melting. Then the next one, that is decolorization or char filtration, charring. By running the brown liquor through the filters of small granules of bone charcoal, it is decolorized and purified, leaving a water white fine liquor. In this, the raw liquor from the filtration stage is then subjected to final decolorization by contact with bone charcoal, which consists of active carbon on a calcium phosphate skeleton. It has high surface area and the unique ability to absorb the color and inorganic ash impurities from the sugar. The bone char is revivified first by water washing to remove inorganic impurities and then heating in absence of air to 650 degrees Celsius to volatilize organic impurities. The decolored fine liquor is now ready for the final refining and recovery step, which is achieved by the crystallization in vacuum pans. So the crystallization, it is carried out in vacuum pans. The fine liquor is now drawn into the vacuum pans for concentration and crystallization. It is evaporated under reduced pressure to form sugar crystals. The decolored fine liquor is now ready for the final refining and recovery step, and it is achieved by crystallization in vacuum pans. So that is the vacuum pan where the concentration and crystallization can be carried out, evaporated under the reduced pressure to form the sugar crystals. The important step, that is crystallization in the refining process. Here the heated syrup begins to crystallize and separate into sugar crystals and molasses called massicute. The crystallizers cool the mixture of sugar crystals and molasses, which causes the crystals to grow in size. The process is carried out under a reduced pressure of 75 to 90 kilopascal to allow a reduced boiling temperature 60 to 70 degrees Celsius, so avoiding the further formation of color compound. Fine liquor is concentrated until it is supersaturated. Then the stage is shock seeded by the addition of a small quantity of sucrose to give spontaneous nucleation of a fine sucrose crystals. The crystals thus formed are grown under automatically controlled conditions until the desired final grain size is achieved. The pan contents known as massicute are then discharged to receivers prior to separations on a automatic centrifugal machines. So the solution of mother syrup is crystals is then spun in the centrifugal machines, leaving the white sugar crystals, which are then washed. Here the mother syrup is further used to produce golden syrup and lower grade moist sugars. The wet sugar is dried in a current of hot air. The sugar thus recovered is then dried, graded prior to packing. The syrup being recycled for 3 further recovery boilers. The final syrup is used as the starting material for other sugar products such as soft brown sugar, coffee crystals, golden syrup, etc. So sugar crystals recovered is then dried and graded prior to packing. Granulated sugar, it contains 99.93% sucrose contents after refining. The last step, that is packaging. After grading, the dry granulated sugar is packaged for the domestic market and bagged for the commercial market. So I have explained the steps involved in the refining of raw sugar. So this one is the flow chart for refining of sugar, raw sugar. The process is shown in schematic form. Sucrose is purified from the raw sugar in a number of steps. First step, that is affination, where the dissolving of some surface impurities. Then carbonation, removing further impurities that precipitate from solution with calcium carbonate. Next to that, char filtration, where removal of further impurities with activated carbon, that is decolorization. After that, the next step is crystallization. Crystallization and concentration will be carried out using a vacuum pan. Then the crystals formed are grown under automatically controlled conditions until the desired final grain size is achieved. The pan contents, known as massicute, are then discharged to receivers prior to separations on a automatic centrifuge machines. Then the sugar recovered is dried, graded prior to packing. The syrup being recycled for 3 further recovery boilers. The final syrup is used as the starting material for other sugar products. So that is the last step, packaging. So this one is the flow chart of the sugar refining process. This is the flow sheet of refining raw sugar. I have explained all the steps involved in the refining of raw sugar from the mother liquor, that is raw sugar having brown color, undergo the number of steps and it is converted to pure white sugar. The removal of molasses or the impurities will be carried out. So sucrose is purified from raw sugar having 97.5% sucrose into white crystalline sugar, 99% pure, after refining process. So in today's lecture we have studied refining process of sugar from the raw sugar by using the number of steps. In next lecture we will study the byproducts formed in sugar industry. Thank you.